Now we got to explain something here because a lot of you tune in on Friday nights and you expect to see the Blitz. I know maybe some of you were expecting to see the Blitz tonight, but in truth, the Blitz has gone into hibernation until next August, which is when the high school football season kicks up again. So we got to do something between now and next August, and what do you know? It's Eyewitness News 5 Sports Extra. That's what you're going to get between now and next August, and let's hope it lives up to the Blitz. Friday night in the big town with a big story, the opening of Great American Ballpark. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to this initial edition of Sports Extra. The NCAA playoffs continue on, but will they continue on for senior Keith Bogans at the University of Kentucky? It is a story we're following tonight. But first, opening night at GABP, where before a packed house, the Reds came home to their new home. And throwing out the first pitch ever at the park, the first African-American in team history, Chuck Harmon. There is no finer Red past or present than the gentleman who continues to make his home here in Cincinnati. What an honor for the former Reds infielder. After that, on to the game. Gapper made his debut. That might have been as much excitement as any human could stand, but the game followed top one. Here's history. Cleveland's Matt Lawton, deep left field, you can kiss it goodbye. The first ever home run hit in Great American Ballpark, and the Indians led 1-0. Rough night for Ryan Dempster. He allows 6 runs and doesn't get out of the fourth. Milton Bradley, the batter, with a monopoly on this ball. In fact, the Reds had to wait until the 9th to get their only run of the night. Most of the capacity crowd of 40,000 was long gone, but so was this ball off the bat of Austin Kearns. 6-1 is the final. The Indians beat the Reds.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was great, getting to play out there for the first time. I think everybody was just a little too anxious and, maybe a little too excited. So hopefully get some of this out of our system, settle down and start playing some ball.
Me and Barry kind of miscommunicated on the ball, but which was, it was all my fault. But it's something I got to get used to because the press box is white. It's concrete, and it's kind of tough to judge when it's a pop fly. It's kind of tough to judge the distance. So. That's just going to be with, during batting practice, just taking some fly balls. And
those interviews were not done in the video room of Dave & Buster's. That's one of the 20, maybe more than one of the 20 television sets inside that Reds clubhouse. All right, except for a bunch of competing architects the Cincinnati Enquirer dug up today, just about everybody is giving the ballpark a thumbs up. I'll tell you right now, parking is a problem. If you're going to the stadium anytime, any game this season, you're going to need to get there early, and finding a lot in downtown Cincinnati or in northern Kentucky may be your best bets because spots around the stadium are few. The players got their first look at the ballpark at batting practice today. It was windy. The wind was blowing out, and so were a lot of baseballs. There's a tendency because of that and because of that short 325 feet down the line and right that this will be a hitter's park. It may very well play out that way. Tonight, most of the reaction, though, was strictly about the ambiance.
Just looking at it from a fan's perspective, it's a modern-day Wrigley feel for me. There's no bad seats. You're right on top of it, only you don't have the old stuff that Wrigley has.
It's awesome. Just to get out here and finally get in here and, do a little baseball activity. I think everybody's just excited and ready to play.
We're technically still in spring training, but we're not in Florida anymore. And, it's time to see if we can grow some roots in this place and do some good things here.
On our special on Wednesday night, we asked you to log on and vote on our website as to where you thought the Reds would finish in the National League Central, and then perhaps the National League pennant race, and then perhaps the World Series. So time now for some results as promised on Wednesday night, and here you can see that the preponderance of votes are second, third, and fourth for the Reds this year, although 28% think the Reds could finish first in that National League Central Division. Will the Reds be the National League champs? No, according to most of you. And if the World Series were to play out and the Reds were in it, it is 70-30 against the Reds winning the 2003 World Series. But what do you know? It's early. It is only March.
In their first 2 appearances at Great American Ballpark, but the beauty of exhibition games, they don't show up on your win-loss record. Austin Kearns helps the Reds out early in the game. Here with a base hit, that's going to bring home Barry Larkin, Cincinnati with a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Aaron Boone's been smooth in his transition from third to second. No problem at all getting the ball to first to get Travis Hafner out. 6th inning, here's the go-ahead run. Hafner off Jimmy Anderson. That's out of the park for a solo homer. The Indians would score one more before winning 3-1. Well, here's what the opening day series looks like. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the Pirates will be in town. They leave, and in come the Chicago Cubs for a Friday through Sunday 3-game matchup. One thing you should note, if you plan on going to the 4:15 opening game on Monday, the ceremonies will start an hour prior to that first pitch. Well, filling in for President Bush to throw the inaugural first pitch will be his father, 41. The president had planned to be in Cincinnati, but is unable to attend due to the war in Iraq. If you didn't go down to the Findlay Market today, you missed the Pete Rose Lookalike Contest. Some could have passed for number 14, especially that guy, the winner, Mark Hubbs. He won 2 tickets to opening day, and he'll be in Monday's parade.